Hi there guys, so in this video we are looking at two prisms. The first prism that you see here is a triangular prism. It has the base of a triangle and then this height here that creates the volume to make it a full triangular prism. And then also we have a circular prism, or more commonly known as a cylinder. And so this cylinder has a diameter of 5 centimeters, and then this height that creates volume is 30 centimeters long. Okay, so again you see the two circular bases and then the prism. Okay, now we're going to work out two things for these prisms, and firstly it's the volume. Now to find volume you simply multiply the area of the base by the height. Now the area already has two dimensions, and then the height would be the third dimension to create volume. And then total surface area, we can work this out by first finding the area of the two bases. Remember, each prism will have two bases like this. So this is the first base, right? And then this is the second base. And then we also need to add the perimeter of the base multiplied by the height. This is basically the area of the sides around the two bases. Okay, so that's how we get this area around here. And the same goes for the cylinder. First of all, we have these two bases over here, okay, back and in front, and then the area around it would be the perimeter of the base multiplied by the height. So we have formulas for all of this. It's going to make it nice and simple for us. But there's an adjustment we need to make in our formulas, because for this triangular prism, one of the bases is missing. So one base is missing. Okay, we just need to keep that in mind when we do this calculation. And then for this one, both ends are missing. In fact, this is an open cylinder with both ends missing. So I just need to keep that in mind when I'm doing this one. Both bases is missing. Okay, now we can get started with the question. So first of all, we're going to work out the volume of the triangular prism. So that's simply the area multiplied by the height. Now the area for a base of a triangle is half base times height. Then we shouldn't forget this height over here that creates volume. Okay, so half the base, which is 10 centimeters, multiplied by the perpendicular height, that is the 24. This needs to be multiplied by the height that creates volume, so that's the 20 centimeters. And we can punch this into our calculator. Okay, and then my final answer is 2,400 centimeters cubed. Okay, so volume is nice and easy. Now, to work out total surface area for the same shape, remember we need to work out the area for only one of the bases because the other one is missing. So just an area for one of the bases plus the perimeter times the height. That's to get the area of everything around. Okay, now if you do Pythagoras, you can work out that this length here is 26. Now the reason that is important is because I need to know the perimeter of the base. Okay, so let's use our formula. So now I'm not going to say 2 multiplied the area of the base because I only have one base. So I'm just going to say 1 multiplied by the area of the base. And so the area of our base is half base times height. Half base times height, which in our case is 10 and 24. Okay, and this needs to be added with the perimeter of the base multiplied by the height. Okay, so the perimeter of the base would be the 24 plus the 26 plus the 10. That gives us 60. Okay, so that's 60 multiplied by the height. It's this, nope, it's this height over here, the 20. And so we multiply it by that. And then we get 120. Okay, so now we can just add this all up. And so the answer is 240 centimeters squared. Remember, this is area still, so we say centimeters squared. Okay, that's how you work out the volume and total surface area of the triangular prism. Now, let's move over to the cylinder. Okay, so we'll start out by working out the volume of the cylinder. Now, the volume of the cylinder is simply equal to the area of one of the faces, so that's pi radius square, multiplied by the height here, that creates the volume, so that's the 30. Okay, now because the diameter of the cylinder is 5, that means that the radius is 2.5. So this is pi times 2.5 squared multiplied by the height of 30 centimeters. And so this is equal to 589.0, should we say 05 centimeters cubed. Okay, so that's how we work out volume, always in units cubed. Now for total surface area, remember the total surface area formula says that we need to first find the area of the two bases and then the perimeter times the height to give us the area of this part around. But we don't need the area of the two bases anymore because both bases is missing for this cylinder. And so I'm just going to work out the perimeter multiplied by the height. That should give me the area around. Okay, and so that's the area I'm going to work out. Let's do that quickly. Total surface area. So I'm not going to start with the first part, which is 2 times the area of the bases, because that falls away. I'll just start with the perimeter. Now, perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r, and then the height would be this 30. So let me just do my substitution. 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by the radius, which is 2.5, and then the height of 30. And so again, we'll just use our calculator to solve this. And so the answer is 471.24. Now, since this is area still, we'll say centimeters squared. Okay, and there you go. That's how we work out the volume and the total surface area of a cylinder missing both bases.